Right, speaking of nice fillies at least, Jamie.
We've got this going already.
Yesterday. Yeah,
so this is the Prix Vermeer. Now, tell me about the Prix Vermeer since the turn of the millennium, Mike, and how significant it has been to the Arc.
Right, so Bluestocking winning yesterday became the third filly to follow up from the Vermeer to win the Arc after Zarkava and Triomphe. That's since the turn of the century. That's quite a list, isn't it? Two legends.
It is quite the list. And it also reminds us of the importance of a trial. And the reason we're watching this back is twofold, just to see which way the wind was blowing and how significant this was, but also the fact that it's very rare that anyone can remember a trial being quite so much of a trial. The same course, the same distance, the same two horses fighting out the finish, and as we'll get to in a second, significantly so, the times were so similar all the way through. So
same ground, wasn't it, as well?
Bluestocking and Aventure at the end of that race. Bluestocking sees her off, same again. We're going to just go back a little bit, Mike, and I'm going to hand you this piece of paper.
Thank you very much.
And a pen.
Pick a card, any card.
Because we're going to put a pin in this towards the very end. Let's go the same race, but from 5 furlongs out. So this is the Prix Vermeer 5 furlongs out. 3 weeks ago, and we're just going to check in on the times here that are going to flash up on screen. So 5 furlongs out, Mike, 1:30, 1:20. You need to write that down, 1:30, 1:20.
Right.
So 5 furlongs out in the Prix Vermeer 3 weeks ago, different ground, different day, different tempo, 1:30, 1:20. And then the next one, 3 furlongs out, 1:56.22.
Okay.
We'll put a pin in that and come back to it.
Okay.
Let's move to the main event, the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe, and part of the power of Bluestocking has been her straightforward nature. And there was no horse faster than her leaving the stalls, which gave Rossa Ryan power to pick his point and therefore let everything else gravitate around him. All the other horses here, Los Angeles in particular, is having to work around Bluestocking because she's so quick. It's one of those minor, subtle points, but it is significant regards her position, because this arc was all about positioning in terms of the pace, in terms of the power, and in terms of the platform. I was a big fan of Los Angeles, and I was very happy to see Ryan more intent on coming across to get to the front. You can see him looking across there to check in, but all the while, Rossa Ryan is in a position of power towards there. Let's have a look at the end of the arc, and this comes to the point where we checked in with the Prix Vermeer. Now, the ground was softer, the pace was stronger, it's all very different, this. Or is it? Because that's the key question mark about this race and the Prix Vermeer, of how exactly the same it was. So here we are in the arc, and we are 1:31.29 after 1,000 metres.
Incredible.
And the Vermeer time was, Mike?
So it was 1:30, 1:20.
1:30, 1:20.
So there's nothing in it, is there?
Nothing in it.
Yeah.
These two are in exactly the same race as they were in the Vermeer, and everything in the second half of the field is more or less scuppered.
He has ridden the identical race again, hasn't he? He learned from the Vermeer, didn't he?
And that's what this is about. Yeah. It's about learning. It's about learning what makes Bluestocking tick. We're talking about a filly who didn't win at all at 3. They learned how to make her win. And he learnt from the Prix Vermeer as well of how to win an Arc de Triomphe. This is an Arc way. There is a way to win an Arc on soft ground, and it is by being largely in this position into the straight. And with 600 metres to go, 1:56, Mike, in the Vermeer. Tell us verbally what it was.
Yeah, it's 1:56.41 in the Arc, wasn't it? And 1:56.22 in the Vermeer. So just 0.2 of a second slower in the Arc.
It's incredible that the exact same flow, rhythm, pointers of the Vermeer were in place in the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe. She made her own look in the sense she's so straightforward, but I found it really interesting, and it's probably really influential, that virtually, Mike, the Vermeer was an ideal trial and a forerunner for the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe. Rossa and Bluestocking won the Arc exactly to the 10th of a second, the same way as they won the Arc.
Incredible.
It is.